well, your teammates really took on the commissioner during Bountygate, and Brady's been taking on the commissioner for more than almost 20 months at this point. Your teammates were exonerated in Bountygate. Does it really underscore that perhaps the commissioner has too much power when it comes to punishing players? I mean, you saw this up close and personal.
Well, I think we would all agree he definitely has too much power, that he is basically judge, jury, executioner when it comes to all league discipline. And I mean, listen, I'm not going to trust any league led investigation when it comes to anything, because it's not transparent. At times, I feel like there's a desired conclusion or agenda that they have in mind, and that is, prevents maybe the absolute truth from being told or the absolute facts from being presented. And at the end of the day, we as the public, we as players, don't ever really get um, to see that. We never get to see those facts, those truths, those things. So that's the unfortunate part about this whole thing. Is in regards to Brady in particular. I think we all thought this was a dead issue, and then all of a sudden it's the announcement is made a day or two ago that, his suspension has basically been upheld, or the decision that Goodell has the authority to suspend him for 4 games has been, upheld. So listen, it is what it is. I really don't know the inner workings of how that's been going over the last year. I think we all thought it had passed, and here it is again. And so I'm sure we'll learn more about it over the next few weeks. But I think certainly there should be more of a third-party, independent involvement when it comes to suspensions and some of the things that have transpired over the last few years in regards to the bounty accusations, which were found to be, in most cases, completely false, and yet it affects the perception as to what was going on with our organization and with certain players and with certain coaches that have very high character, very high integrity, and yet that was challenged, and that was, unfortunately, they were falsely accused in many cases. And yet there's no apology that ever comes from that. There's no, well, we could have handled things differently. It's, very much everything's kind of happening behind closed doors, and this is the way it is, and you just have to accept it. So there's nothing we can really do about it. We're just going to play the game, try to win championships, try to do it the right way, and hopefully people will notice.